Now, we're very privileged today because we have two agony aunts on the panel. I mean, just full of wonderful advice, constant. Well, you never give it up. You never give it up. You've always got it. And it was one letter that was sent to an agony aunt that caught our eye today. A man has said his wife has put him on a bonking ban after he told his mother-in-law she's a bitter, washed-up hag and he hates her. Fairly strong.
Very strong.
So obviously his wife has, great offence to this. Her mother is clearly reeling from all of this. So what?
Why does Frank keep going to the press?
I don't know.
I mean, it's not on, Christine. Just write to me personally.
So do you think, and you two obviously have dealt with these sort of similar stories, and I'm sure you have lots of friends who talk to you as well, Olivia, about such issues. What happens if there is a problem like this? Is it fair to put someone in the doghouse? Is it fair to say you're not getting that because you've acted this way?
Well, I guess in this case of what he's just called her mother, I think the last thing she wants to do is have sex with him right now.
She's angry.
You know what I mean? She's angry. Yeah. So he can't expect to say all of that and they come on, let's go upstairs.
Yeah.
And I think the thing to do is for me, they just need to take a breather, calm down and talk about it. And he needs to own up and say, look, I did feel those things because I was really angry. She winds me up. I've read that most of the family don't like this woman anyway. But they all have stood by the wife. You know, no one has backed him up on this. So I think for me, the thing would be to just calm down and say, look, I overreacted because she said terrible things to him, which she did. But, I would like some kind of support from maybe you to go to her and say you can't talk to him like that. I think he just feels a bit like he has said kind of what everyone's feeling. Well, I think he said what everyone has obviously told him they're feeling and he's gone for it because she's wound him up because she did call him a lazy whatever.
Yes, yeah, work shy.
Yeah, and no one stood up for him. So I think anger has made him say bad things.
You've got to put some kind of punishment in place.
So what would you do then?
Can't do silent treatment because he loves it. Okay. He's like, oh, my God. I'm like, do you realise I haven't spoken to you for 2 days? He's like, my God, it's been amazing. It's been a joy. So what do? I do the opposite. I spend loads of time with him, sit with him, tell him stories from work and from the girl chat. But yeah, I agree with Colleen, especially, I'm not generalising here because not all women, but for us, often sex is very... emotion. I could have sex in any mood ever, do you know what I mean? But, if I'm feeling hurt or, sort of resentful, I don't want to...
Yeah, it's much more emotional attachment.
Are we infantilising men a bit? I mean, I know, fair enough, sorry, present company accepted. But, the idea that they're like kids and you can take away their sweets and then they're going to behave better, I'm just not sure that it works like that. Though there is, of course, a huge tradition of it in history. The ancient Greeks, the Peloponnese women withheld sex to stop that war. Liberians in the 1990s, Liberian women signed off sex in order to stop that horrible civil war. And now I think there's American women saying they're not going to have sex with their husbands because of the result of the American election. So, I mean, frankly, it seems to work.
I was going to say, it works, obviously.
There you go. Yeah. So that's solved then. We'll get in touch with him and tell him our thoughts.